Hi, wonderfuls. This is Miss P here, and I'm coming to share a helpful hint to all professional powerhouse women before we get into 2024. And I'm talking about this is fire. Like, I don't know how much more humble I can come sharing what I'm about to share with you, because it is something that I do personally on a daily basis, and sometimes 3-4 times a day. Because at the end of the day, I want to be where I want to be when I want to get there, and I want to do it faster, or as they say, tit sweet. Okay. And so I can give you, well, I guess I should share like a little backstory. Even if what I'm about to tell you finna sound crazy or like a little woo, right? I can say that I never learned from my Grammy, right? Like as a mindset strategist. For me, what I know is different now is now I know better. And at the beginning, you didn't know. And most of us, we don't know what we don't know. You never do until you do know, right? And so then you do something, and you do something better. And so for me, Grammy never said, my mommy never said, hey, literally, yeah, you can get what you want. Yes, you can accomplish stuff, but you need to, normally their phrase was you need to work hard so that way you can play hard. That's what we were talking. But in reality, that's actually not how life really works, though, is it? The folks who are most successful, they'll tell you all the time that no, the goal is to work smarter, not harder. Always, hands down, work smarter, not harder. And so they didn't know what they didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know. But now that I do know, I want to share it with you, because life completely changed for us once I realized what was happening with what I was doing. Because I journal, I have books and books and books of me journaling all over the place. Okay. Like they fall apart and then my husband gives me new ones, right? Because my whole thing was I had learned that, okay, you can get the mind, to do what you want it to do if you are telling it what you truly want. So I was saying in present tense what I wanted, but I was journaling it out in the book. And so it would take anywhere from 6 to 9 months, to get the items that I was asking for. But I was doing it because it was making it happen. But then in October last year, I came across some new research, and it was much faster. It was like, no, you can actually manifest faster, right? And so I'm thinking, are you sure? Because it's been working the way I've been doing it. I was like, hands down, faster is what you want, right? And so I said, okay, we're going to try this. And so it was like one of those Neville Goddard things, on YouTube. And so it was like, you write it all down, right? I don't know if you can read it, but so I wrote down the number, and then I wrote it all over the house in Austin, everywhere. Like everywhere that I walk to on a regular basis, like the kitchen, bathroom, everywhere, closet, purse, anywhere I was going on a regular basis, I wrote what I wanted. And it was a number. Like for me, I wanted debt paid off. And this was a debt that was related to a business that I had went in. And, in all transparency, honestly, the company robbed me, right? And it was probably about 60K or more. And the FTC was involved, because they didn't rob just me. They robbed like 10,000 other people too. But when they did, it took a lot from my entire family, and it left me on the hook for that, right? So the FTC did what they could do, but they couldn't get all our money back. That dude had put money wherever he put it, because all of a sudden he didn't have real assets to pay everybody back, okay? And so all I kept thinking was, how can I fix this for me and mine? Okay, so I'm journaling. I'm like, I'm journaling. I'm thinking, okay, I know what my timeline is. It only takes me 6 to 9 months. But then I found this out and I wrote it down. And so it's like, okay, whatever you write down, right, it's going to be higher if it's a monetary number anyway. It just is. Because my number I had wrote was like 169. Yeah, it was like 160 some K is what I had wrote. And I had it everywhere, all over the house for everybody to see. So it didn't matter who came over and they saw it. Usually people didn't ask me, but if someone did, I was like, no, that's my mantra. That's my affirmation. That's what I'm shooting for right now. That's what's in the hot seat for me. Okay. But it didn't matter. I wasn't worried about what everybody else thought. I was worried about what I wanted, and I wanted this for my family yesterday. Okay. And so I wrote it. And so I understood the fact that my Grammy and my mom did teach us about faith, walk by faith, not by sight. It's literally the things that have not been seen yet, but you're believing that you know what's coming. Well, in all honesty, yes, but where's the science behind that? Because metaphysics is a real science. It really does work. It's about how you attract things to yourself, as long as you're doing it the right way. And now that I had tools of what the right way looked like, baby, oh my goodness. I started doing it right. Like I told you, I started doing it. I had it all over the house, sang it, but I'm not journaling every day till my hands are tired and cramping up and I'm getting, tender on my finger. That wasn't happening anymore because now I was doing it the way they were saying that was smarter. And then I trained with another guru, learned a whole nother thing. And I'm talking about this one is pure fire that I'm about to share with you. But my point to say to you is from what I originally was doing, it did work and bring things into our lives that I wanted, right? But it took 6 to 9 months. Then I learned one more thing. So then it happened in October because people, when they robbed me, I wound up getting sued. I sent in the FTC stuff and I'm thinking maybe they'll be to resolve this. No, that's not how it went down. At the end of the day, it was still my business dead. Okay. And so since I wanted it gone, I was writing this out about it being gone and it's already done. Like it's done. It's done. It's done, son. Right? It's finished. And so that's how I wrote my affirmation. And then I wrote the amount. And then I added in like all my stuff that my husband and I had together, all the stuff that we had together, the things I had separate, all the business. Like I put it all on there because I was like, I want it to just be wiped clean. Like, can you show me that? As they say, people, at times say God show up and show out. Well, if you're saying universe shows up and shows out. Infinite intelligence shows up and shows out. The being shows up. The energy shows up. Okay. Because now you're putting in the work, the way that gets it to you in a way that makes sense and it gets it fast. So since I was writing it every day, since I was looking at it every time I walked near anywhere that I had it posted, right? We get a letter or a little card, one of those offers, right? When someone's offering to purchase your house. And we used to get those all the time. My husband would be like, oh my goodness, people are always talking about they want to buy. In Austin, everything was booming. Austin still is like that. It is the capital of Texas, right? And so it was always constantly booming. But then, Elon Musk moved there and he bought a whole factory for Tesla. So now there's even more people have moved into the area. So everybody and their mama was trying to relocate to this area at the time. At least that's what it seemed like to me because houses were being sold all over the place. We turned around and looked, even in our neighborhood, in our own neighborhood, houses were going for $500,000. I'm like, I want $500,000, let's do that. And so my husband's like, okay, we're going to just update the house, get fresh paint, pull up the carpet, put in all tile, update all the appliances to stainless steel. And so we're like, okay, we're going to make it look like the other folks who sold theirs for $500,000, and we'll get there. And so we had a whole plan. It was strategic. We had already started ripping everything up. We had already ordered all the appliances. They started coming in from Home Depot. Like we are doing it. We got a whole plan to make this happen. And so we were like, we can get all this work done probably by June. So we're thinking by summer of last year, we would have had it done. Made sense, right? No. Remember, I'm writing everything down. I'm writing down what I actually want to happen. I want this 169K to sweet, right? So this number I had already wrote and I'm reading it on a regular basis. Like I was diligent, adamant about this. Because at the end of the day, you can't keep saying you want something, but then you don't put in the work to get what you actually want if it's really what you want. Because if you do, you're going to find the energy to do it. And so here it is. I'm doing it every day. So we get this letter. That's the caveat, the circumvent all the way back. That's the card that came in the mail. Now it is from another person that wants to buy our house. My husband immediately was like, you really want to even bother with that? Because I told you they send those all the time. Usually when I call them, they want to offer some crazy amount that literally going to leave us high and dry as if like we under or behind something on our payments. That's not what's happening, partner. We want to make money just like you. So I don't even waste time calling the people anymore. This is how my husband's responding, right? And so I'm like, oh, babe, yeah, I get that. That's what normally happens. But this is something different. This one came in the mail. This marketing spoke to me that's on this card. And it's specifically setting everything up about what I'm learning right now in my own company as far as marketing goes. So that's a sign, okay? 2, it's literally, it's now. It's time. The number's time. I literally been talking about this number. I've been reading it off. This is a message for us, okay? So I think it won't hurt, right? We're just going to call. I called. That same afternoon, that gentleman was there, sitting at our kitchen table, telling us what he thought about the house and how they wanted it. And we're like, that's great. What offer are you guys looking at? Like, how is that going to make sense to everybody? So he's like, no, you guys tell us what the number you're looking for. I said, no, we're not going to do any of those games like that. I just need you to tell me what's the number y'all got that's y'all hard stop here, or how y'all want to start out the number. Let us know. Because if it's good enough and it seems like it's going to be something we want to do, we'll let you know. We're not going to sugarcoat and play with you. We just need to know what y'all going, where y'all headspace at, right? And so we're honest, both sides, him and me. And so he says, okay, they tell him what the number is. He tell us. We don't answer right then because we want to discuss the number because my husband has his own plans just like I have mine. So we talk about it after he leaves. And so he's like, I think it works for me, because he was adamant that his investor didn't want us to do any more work, because the more work we did, the more valuable it was if we kept it ourselves, right? And so now he's like, do nothing else. Leave it alone. Stop. Leave the floor like this. Don't paint nothing else. Just start packing. This is how this dude coming. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So this would be sooner than summer, right? Because he's talking about like right now. And so we talked. My husband said the number sounds good to him. I call him back. I say, that number is decent, but I'm thinking I wanted to make sure it's a solidified win-win-win, meaning a win for us, a win for you guys, for you as the rep that's out here talking to us to make this deal, and as well as the investment company that's wanting it. Those three wins all together, we all on the same page. And so I'm thinking maybe $5,000 more should work. He says, let me get with you know what? That'll work for them. That's good. We can't go much higher than that, because at the end of the day, it does have to be feasible for everybody. No problem. Totally get that. Now, I learned that from TR Vector, because he was like, man, I lost $50K on a deal talking too much, when I should have closed my mouth and let them tell me where their headspace was. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say headspace. That's just the word I use. But yeah, so that was the difference. We came that way so I could know where we were going, and then we could just work it out. Matter of fact, they wanted us to move out in a week. But of course, our youngest was in elementary school. So no, we can't just move. We got to get all that paperwork together and get him transferred out of school. Plus, we needed to pack up a house that we had been living in since 2015. Because this was it was last year. So it was 2022. And so we're like, okay, can you get this done and push it back like the end of October? If you can hold off to end of October, we can have everything out of here, everything in a U-Haul, packed up, be at our daughter's house. Because with my husband's medical stuff that came up with the VA, we were going to need some other kind of care that our big girl was going to have to drive her dad to, since I'm not the one that be driving him around like that. Because I got my own veteran disabilities, because we, like I said, both are Army vets. So it all worked out. Like everything just began to fall into place like a domino, but it was like boom, boom, boom. And that number, when we went to the table, like when we were at closing, I laughed so hard and I had to point it out to my husband, because the number I had wrote was $169,000, right? The number that we actually got from the sale, like once the house was paid off with the mortgage broker, and then what was left was ours, it was $179K. So literally, that's what I mean when I told you when we started this call, this whole, hint I'm trying to share with you, PowerHouse, professional women. The number's always going to be more than enough. You just got to believe it and begin doing it. And once you start saying it to yourself over and over again, mapping it out and reading it all off the whole place, you'll see what I'm saying. Because it was like, ooh, I knew that it worked because I had did some other stuff that was smaller. Never to the tune of 6 figures, okay? And so now what I've learned I'm going into 2024 on some other stuff, right? Like I'm talking about going in here on pure fire and just be like, okay, what we doing? Where we want to go? Because I want my husband to have specific dream cars that he's looked at. I don't want him to be dreams no more. I want him to be his actual car that's in the driveway or in the carport. Well, no, not carport. In the garage, because our car garage holds like 3 cars, but the driveway holds like maybe another 10. And that's not even counting the land and the acreage, in which that was something we had planned for a very long time too. So my whole point is, I can't miss out not sharing. So let me get to the part. I'm gonna stand up, because you can't just be sitting down when you do this other part. I'm gonna adjust the camera for you guys so you can understand what I'm saying. Okay, I'm moving my chair out of the way. Now, when you get ready to do it, because the one I've been saying as of late, like I just started this new one, like maybe 30 days ago, something like that. And so now, but being consistent, right? You got to be consistent. Consistency is key. You can't just be running around talking about, oh man, I did it today, but tomorrow I won't. But you got to do it a specific way. That's the part that I learned that was new. Yes, it was working for me before, but this way right here though. Like watch. Okay, the current why, the one I have in place is related to my business. Like right now, what I'm learning as a mindset strategist, what I want, the numbers I want, okay? And this is how it goes. But you have to say it with such fervor. I'm talking about fervor. Where like, you got to be in there like swim well to make this do what it's supposed to do. Because this is your body. So how you feel is how you say what you're saying. And I don't know, I wake up on 100, like I'm already a hyper person. Like coffee does the opposite. Whenever anyone's ever given me coffee, it actually calms a hyper person. Like you can ask Doc, that's a real science too. So I don't need coffee. I wake up hyper. I do drink tea. But for me, this is how I start this part, in which I digress. Let me focus on how to say what I'm saying. Whatever it is that you are seeking in 2024, whatever it is, okay? I need you just to replace the words I'm saying with that, okay? Say what you need, that you want, and don't do like a whole bunch of them. You need to be specific about one at a time. Like if you're all over the place, then you're going to get discombobulated and it can't work. Because the universe doesn't need you to be plain. The universe needs you to speak plain, okay? It needs you to understand. If you say God, then you say God. Whatever you serve, as long as it helps you, boo-boo, you do you. That's fine. But I'm saying you got to make it plain. However you call them, it needs to be plain. So that way the energy can understand the facts you're putting out there. That's how metaphysics work, okay? So the one I currently working on is in my number one hot spot, right? It's simple. It goes just like this. It's like, okay, I am grateful. I am grateful right now. I am grateful right now earning 30K monthly profits easily, effortlessly, in a perfect way while traveling the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is how I say that one. But I get a whole lot louder because I get excited when I start even thinking about, okay, if that other 6 figures came, doing this for a monthly income, it's going to come too, right? Because I already seen it. Not once, not twice, multiple times. Okay? So again, I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it louder. Okay? So then it's, I'm grateful right now, because you can't speak past. You can't speak like you want it. You got to speak as if it's already happened. So that's the hence of right now. So I'm grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily, effortlessly, in a perfect way while traveling the world, because I want to see the world. I got a passport. I want to go. I want my baby to have more experiences. He's pretty young, and the older two are grown and they have their own lives, and I understand that. When they want to go, they'll come. But my point is, I want this to be easy and simple. That's hence the reason the easy and effortless, because I learned that from my other mentor too. Because at the end of the day, I don't want things to be hard. I don't want any of those things where things seem difficult for you. I want you to get what you want, whatever that looks like. Because whatever it is, it's for you. It's not for me. Because what I want, I'm going to get. Because I've actually got a way of making it happen now. And I understand it's all up here first. And then when I get this lined up with everything else and I'm in alignment, my body is right, my heart understands, my mind understands, my soul understands. Man, please. You are unstoppable. So I'm going to say this one more time for you. I am so grateful. Like, I'm grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily, effortlessly, in a perfect way while traveling the world. I'm grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily, effortlessly, in a perfect way while traveling the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily and effortlessly, in a perfect way, in a perfect way, in a perfect way while traveling the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily and effortlessly, in a perfect way, in a perfect way, in a perfect way while traveling the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily and effortlessly, in a perfect way while traveling the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful, grateful, grateful. I am grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily, easily, and effortlessly, in a perfect way, in a perfect way, in a perfect way while traveling the world. I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful right now, earning 30K monthly profits easily and effortlessly, in a perfect way while traveling the world. Thank you, thank you, Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So whatever your thing is in the hot seat, change the wording up, utilize it in the present tense, and you do this every single day. Now you want it to be faster, like my mentor said. You got to do it 3-4 times a day if you want it faster. But once a day, 7 minutes at least, though, makes sense to the universe. It's an actual number. It's proven. But I like it. So I know I want it faster. So I'm just sharing with you another extra. If you want it faster, say it more. But make sure you feel. See, because when you feel, hey. That's all I can tell you. Well, this is Miss P here. I did not want to go into Christmas and not being already shared this video with you guys all. You know, if you're ever on any of my channels, Miss P on Facebook, or Miss P on YouTube, or Miss P, I am Miss P on Instagram. Hey, or even on LinkedIn, I'm still Miss P. On their business site-wise, it actually has my whole name as well as Miss P, so it's Pamela Charles. But at the end of the day, I want every single one of you, professional powerhouse women, if it's something you're trying to go for and you know it's yours, because you are always has been more than worthy of whatever you're seeking. Otherwise, the idea of you wanting it would have never came to you. But we don't know what we don't know, like I said at the beginning. So just use that tool that I just shared, that hint. It's helpful. If you want to dig a little deeper in manifesting, you know, and having that manifestation mindset, those tweaks and other things that I've learned along the way over the past 20-some years, you can holler at your girl. You can. You'll see a link there. It'll have my link for you to contact me over here somewhere, or put in comments. I want to manifest fast. Okay, no matter which site you own, whether it's Facebook or Insta or YouTube or LinkedIn, I want to manifest fast. Or just put manifest fast. Okay? So then that way we can hop on a call, you know, be in the master classes, because I have a link for that, because you could also be talking to me live in the master classes, like Align to Abundance. And that's the number 2, Align2Abundance.com. But other than that, I hope this is helpful. Well, matter of fact, no, not I hope. I know this is helpful. Because like I said, I've seen it. I've done it. So let's make sure you can do it. Okay? So if you need me, let me know. I send you, again, this is Miss P, the Implemented Knowledge Institute. I send you and your families much love, success, and support energy your way. Please take care, stay happy, and stay safe. Okay? We'll talk soon. Later.